Hello and welcome. This is ChrisAnn. I'm coming at you from Elemental Energies with ChrisAnn. Today we are going to be making these really cute little tea bag pockets. So take the ribbon off and you open it up, and you can use this as a pocket in your journals. Now, we are just going to be making these in the video, but when I go to make my page in my journal, I thought, oh, wouldn't that be so cute if I had, I'm going to ink it up and decorate it and everything. All I did was just cut a piece of paper into this shape. I don't have a template. I don't have a template to give you. You want to do a screenshot? Go ahead. There's your screenshot right there. I just cut it with a pair of scissors. And I just thought, wouldn't that be cute if I just, tucked these like that or put them around this. But we are just going to be making these simple, cute, adorable little tea bag pockets. Now, I have a whole bunch of scrap paper here. They are approximately 5 by 7. They are not cut with a paper cutter. They're scrap. I was doing something else with other parts of this. So all we're going to do is fold both sides in. If you want to make yours perfectly straight and even everywhere with a paper cutter, you have fun with that. I don't. The top, I'm going to just bring both of these sides down so that I get a nice point. I'm not even pulling out my bone folder. I get a really nice point there, and I'm going to readjust these. I'm going to fold this up. Yeah, I probably should use my bone folder, huh? And then I'm going to fold this down. That's it. That's all there is to this. And I'm going to ink it up. This is super, super simple. Now, you can use this and it can be a pocket for little tickets, for little tags, for little stickers, all different little things that you want to put in here. Cassie Rose is in the other room and she is barking. Those turkeys keep coming back. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, you heard my story the other day. We have 2 turkeys that keep coming around and pecking at my son's car. Now, my son's car is his baby. I'm going to glue these flaps down. I'm going to take a lot of glue. Just going to do that. So anyways, they keep coming back. So Cassie Rose, my dear Chihuahua, she's like not even 10 pounds. She's tiny. Now she alerts us when we hear those little turkeys come around. So I have these pieces. That's kind of going to be in my way. I could even cut them in half. These were from the other project. That's kind of pretty. I kind of like that, actually. I don't know. Let's see. The faux project that we did the other day, the faux microscope, the faux slides that we did the other day with the bugs and everything. These are the centers. Let's glue this one down for now. I have this little scrap bit of paper. We'll just put that there. I have a whole bunch of little containers here of different little bits. And I thought, let me just pull these out. So let's do a smaller one. Oh, here's one with red in it. Let me grab that one. So Cassie is on turkey patrol. I told her she was Paw Patrol. I don't even have little kids. My son's like, yeah, okay, whatever. Completely laughing at us. And then I'm going to put a little hole here at the top, and I have my multi-hole punch thing. Oh, I got a piece stuck in it. There we go. All right. So these turkeys, not only are they pecking at my son's car, they went across the way and they were pecking at my neighbor's car. So I kind of shooed them because I don't want them, these turkeys, to think, oops, where's my paper punch? Hold on. I don't want them to think pecking at cars is okay. They're young turkeys, and they're kind of by themselves. I have my ribbon here. Just going to cut a little piece. And I don't know. Something's up with these turkeys. So I didn't put anything inside. Let me put something inside just to show you. Let's see. I have some little thank you pieces of the stuff that I've made. There. I've been making thank you cards for all the people that gave things to my son for his high school graduation. So I have a lot of thank you bits around my desk. There. I just think these are adorable. So let's just make a whole bunch. Let me move these out of the way. Put those over there. See, I don't need that here. I'll need that in a moment. Put the pin back in this. And let's just fold up a whole bunch of these. So like I said, they're approximately 5 by 7. I think I am going to get out my bone folder. So let's fold these in. Do they have to be perfectly folded to the middle? No. And then I want to fold this down. Once again, does that have to be perfect? No. I want to do a little bit of glue on that. And this is a great way to use up some book page pieces. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in there. This isn't sticking very well. There we go. Great way to use up some book page. And then let's do my little trick here. I run my fingernail down it because I'm trying to give it a little bit of a way to fold easier. And then let's fold that down. Now, if you were concerned about the way everything was being written and the way it was going, pay attention to that better. I don't care about that. These are teeny tiny little tea bags. I should make a whole bunch and then ink a whole bunch. But we'll just... I'm not doing a notch hole in these because it's a tea bag. I don't recall seeing notch holes in tea bags. We'll decorate that and put the hole in it in a moment. Let's just keep making these. So we're going to fold these almost to the center. Then we're going to take these, make a point. There. Take my fingernail, kind of giving it a little bit of a curl. that. And I pulled this one down just a little bit more. There. Let's ink it up so you can see it a little bit better. And this is great for like little stickers, little labels. Let me glue this. This is so cute to put in Happy Meal. I have a sticker here. Put that in there. I want to make sure I'm not going to put a hole in it. So let me, yeah. Cute. There. Get a stack of these going. Now I'm reversing this one. So when the writing comes, when I fold this up, the writing will be fine. So let's make the point first. These are so small, it doesn't really matter. Just put a little bit of glue there, a little bit of glue there. Yep, a little bit more glue. Oops. Just do my little curl. It just makes the thing fold easier. And then, yeah, all the writing is going the right way now. If that matters. So put it upside down or backwards. Let's do the little thing at the top, the point. Curl that. Curl it that way. There we go. See, it gives it more of a curl. Let's glue these down. These are jumping out of the way over here. And then let's fold that like that. Let's do another one, reversed, upside down looking. See, these aren't even like cut straight. It's not an issue. There, let's give it a curl that way. Let's give this a point. Glue that down. And you can get just a ton of these made. These would be cute tucked into a pocket, tucked into a corner tuck, all of that stuff as well. All right, let's ink up what we have. I'm using walnut stain. As usual, I'm just adding a whole bunch of ink everywhere. There. And then we'll decorate these in a minute. There. These are quite quick and easy. Yep, I did get the top there. There. Finally, the heat has subsided here. It's quite chilly today. It's like 60s or 70s, something like that. It's raining, which is good. And it's nice. It's comfortable. But that crazy heat that we had, oh, I am so glad that's done. Okay, let's decorate these. 3, 4, 5. And then we have the other 3 over there. Okay. Oh, you know what else I have? I have these too. Let me do one of these. So this is that leftover playing card piece. And that's probably going to get a hole put in it, but that's okay with me. And let's grab some of these. Yeah, I like that one. There. Simple, 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 and easy. I just needed to do something that was sort of vintagey looking because I've been doing so many of the cards that weren't very vintage. I needed to get my brown ink out and vintage some stuff up. All right, let's see if that... Oh, no, I didn't. Just missed it. There's Cassie barking again. Wonder if those darn turkeys are back again. Okay, I have a whole bunch of these. Some of these I think are the Halloween ones. I'm not sure. I kind of like this one. I'm keeping the door open because I need to air this place out. It just got so incredibly hot with that absolutely ridiculous heat. We don't get heat like that here. It's for the birds. We don't keep it. I don't understand how anybody can live down south where it's so oppressively hot. I just don't get it. Power to you. Not for me. But I mean, I know people say they don't know how people can live with the snow. So I mean, I get it. Snow is nothing compared to that ridiculous heat that just melts you. And you can't help but get grouchy. Ugh. Not a fan. simple. Let me put a hole in it before I put the other piece on it. Let's put a hole in this one. Yeah, already did that one. Okay. And now, oops. I want to do a little bit there. I can't splatter it. Oh, I had some ink on this one. Just wanted to give it a little bit of color. There. I like that much better. Okay. There. All right. 2 left. We'll do that one. We'll do that one. Okay. I'm not even going to edge these. Well, maybe I will. So we have free concerts here in town in the summer. We're a tourist destination. Joy, joy. And normally there's free concerts Saturday nights. Today's Saturday. And of course it's raining. My mom and I were going to go. I call them the old biddy concerts. All the old biddies go. I'm not an old biddy. And we've always taken my son to these. And we normally either pack a dinner or purchase something. Because now we have a local gluten-free, dairy-free fried fish place. And you pick it up along the way. There's that one. I kind of like with the ink. So it's raining. So we couldn't go, of course. There. A little bit of green on that. I like it. Cleaning my brush this way. Green on that. So hopefully next week we can get to go to the old biddy concerts. They're free. They ask for donations. And it's a local gazebo here in town that's right by the water. It's pretty. It's nice. It's fun. You sit, you see what everybody else is eating, talk about everybody, you know, old biddies. So we'll see about next week. I said to my son, do you want to go? He's like, no, I don't want to go to that. Now, he used to go. And he used to drive us. So, no. Not going today because it's raining. Now let's put some ribbon. Got my ribbon right here. So I'm doing some crafts instead of going to see all the old biddies that I am not one of. I was in the grocery store the other day, and I said to my son, I can prove to you I'm not an old biddy. And he's like, yeah, right. So, normally I get this one, but I didn't get that when I made the hole, so it's not holding it closed, but that's okay. There. Just this will hold it closed. That's fine. I said, I can prove to you I'm not an old biddy. He's like, yeah, how? I said, there was a man in line at the grocery store. I thought he was with this woman. He wasn't even with the woman. He was helping her put everything on the conveyor belt at the grocery store, and then she forgot something. He went back and got it for her. He wasn't with her. It wasn't like his person or anything. And I sat there watching this guy, and I thought, oh my gosh, you're so nice. I said to my son, didn't help me. So clearly I'm not an old biddy. And he wasn't buying it. And I said, oh, he was so nice. He was so kind. He turned, he was talking to this other lady, and he said he was going to help her too. They were in a different row than I was, a different cash register. I almost went up to this guy and said, are you single? I mean, he was just so nice. I mean, that's the type of person you want to date. But I did not. But that shows I'm not an old biddy. In my mind. My son didn't fall for it. But I thought it was funny. So we got a lot of these made. You know what? Do I have anything? Oh yeah, this is the one I have that funny sticker in. Let me put a couple things. I thought of hanging a charm from this, but tea bags don't have charms. You know, I didn't want to make it too crazy. All right, let me grab these. There's this one. There's this one. Now, do I have anything in this one? No, I don't. I have, is that gonna fit? No, let's just do a couple of these. I'm planning to do a video where I make these. Maybe you want to make them. Send some to a friend. This is just far too long. Send some to a friend. This is a great way to send them. Just make sure it's not too thick. Send them in Happy Mail. There. See, it's not going to fall out because it's all sealed up. So it's super cute. And then if you wanted to put it with your coffee cup or cut out a teacup, I have some Stampin' Up teacup and coffee cup looking stamps, so you could use those as well. So let's go through and look at the pile. Some of these were my demos. We have this one. This one. So I'm doing like old biddy tea bags. Clearly I'm an old biddy because I love tea. My son likes tea too, so it's not really old biddy. Vintage. We call these vintage tea bags. But when I go to the concerts, they're old biddies. I suppose we could say it's the vintage concert. I don't know. There. We used to joke we were the youngest ones there. Not anymore. Hey, we got a whole bunch of these done. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. Please subscribe. subscribe to my channel if you dare, I guess. I don't know. Check out my website, elementalenergieswithchrisAnn.com. Thanks so much for tuning in. Come back for more fun, non-old biddy crafts. Take care and be free.